What is up, YouTube? X3Chronic back at it again once again with yet another amazing video, and this will actually be the start of a new series that I literally came up with not too long ago, but I can finally get the idea out because I thought of a name for a series and all that stuff. Now, this series will be named Underrated Decks, as in I'm going to be using the most underrated decks in the game that are really good yet people still do not use them and or know about them. Now, these decks will never go on the dual board list. They will always be apparent to my videos. So if you ever want to find any of these decks, make sure to check out my videos because they will at least not be exactly like mine on the dual board. And mine are pretty amazing, honestly, when I'm not goofing around and trying to just make something funny. Now, this is a serious ranked deck. Honestly, it really is. And I have a pretty nice duel to show you. This one wasn't even that long ago, honestly, and it went exactly how I wanted it to go. Nothing was off whatsoever. It may seem like something ended up messing up, but nothing messed up. It went exactly how I wanted. Let me move that right here. So I was fighting some guy from Korea. He was playing a Seto Kaiba with his casual dragon deck, and yeah, it seems like he was overpowering me, but it was really going very well. In my opinion, it was going very well, exactly how I planned it. Now, after this, I will show you guys the deck and show you how to use each card, which card to use and when. Or I can explain it during this. Okay. The main way to get your attack for this deck is using Survival Instinct when you have an immense amount of dinosaur types in your graveyard. You use Magical Urchin face down, that way you can constantly send dinosaur types to your graveyard. And if you do draw a spell, you'll either draw another Instinct to keep you alive, Monster Reincarnation, and our Fossil Excavation, which you can use to summon the monster that you need in this deck. Now, I use my card's effect, excavate my deck. It only is one monster, sadly, and I get Monster Reincarnation. That's good and all. That will actually do me some good later on. Even though I didn't really want that so early, because I wanted to send as many monsters to the graveyard as possible, it will still work out in my favor. I get off the first attack doing a little 500 damage, and I will go ahead and attack after he uses his effect to bring Blue Eyes to his hand. Now, I will attack with Magical Merchant for 200 damage, and I will end my turn. Now, going on to my opponent's turn, he draws, and he plays another Sorcerer. He attacks my Merchant, a little bit of damage, not too much. I accept it. He ends his turn. My turn, I draw, and I should get Sabersaurus. I summon Sabersaurus to the field, attack him with Cabozulus. He adds a Meteor Dragon to his hand, and that's when I realized that he is running a fusion deck, so my first thought is that he's going to summon Meteor Dragon. Which, honestly, I am not that far off because he actually does summon it on his turn. He is down to 600 life points, and now he thinks he can somehow turn around the duel and get a easy win. After activating Polymerization, he go ahead and throw Red Eyes and Meteor into the graveyard to summon Meteor Black Dragon. He attacks my Sabersaurus, which I really don't understand because he could have put off more damage attacking this card, but I'm not going to really complain about it. Now, this is where he messed up, and I was really surprised he did do this, but I was really hoping that it would end up happening like this, just a little bit faster than it did. I go ahead and throw my cards in defense position, and it is his turn. He sets a card face down, even though I wanted one in attack position to attack both of my monsters. He attacks my dinosaur type, it goes to graveyard. On my turn, I draw, and I use the fact that I have Infinity Tyranno in my hand and constantly build up the monsters in my graveyard. Throwing another Sabersaurus in face down defense position, I have Sabersaurus and Crawling Dragon number 2. He has one card to attack with, and he attacks Sabersaurus. Sabersaurus goes to graveyard, and he ends his turn. On my turn, I draw and get Superconductor Tyranno, which is another viable way to run this deck by tributing your own monsters to inflict 1,000 damage, including Infinity Tyranno. After Amazing Summon Animation of Blue Eyes White Dragon, which that is the second favorite I have so far. Even Slifer and Raw don't even compare to how amazing these animations look in my opinion. Now, since he summoned Blue Eyes, that actually does help me out because he gets to attack twice. His Meteor Black Dragon attacks my Crawling Dragon number 2, and his Blue Eyes attacks my Twin-Headed Rex. Now, with 6 cards in the graveyard, I decided it was fine time for me to actually use my effect. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6,000 damage. Now, I summon Infinity Tyranno, and I also get the boost from the Jurassic World. That is 6,300 damage, guys. I don't know if you've seen that. I'll let you replay that right now. That is 600 damage. I mean, 6,000 damage. 6,300 to be exact. Now, getting out of here, I will go to the deck editor, and we'll talk about this deck. Now, this is a tweak version, a little bit more of a tweak version of it that I have right now. Compared to the one you just watched, I had like 1 or 2 more spells and traps, but I'm not going to be running that many. Now, you don't need anything like Bluestone Pendant or any try to kind of equip spells because you're going to be getting majority of your added on damage from Dinosaur Kingdom. If you can't keep Dinosaur Kingdom on the field, that's no problem. Just set your monsters in defense and defend the best you can. Because what really makes this deck important is having these cards, as in Tyranno Infinity, and these cards, Magical Merchant. That really makes the deck. That's your main 2 monsters you need. Now, like I said, in the case that Infinity Tyranno gets its in the graveyard, you have Monster Reincarnation and Fossil Excavation. Make sure you excavate the monster after you use Survival Instinct, which Survival Instinct is the main trap you need in this deck because you're going to be sending all of these monsters, all these dinosaur types, directly to your graveyard. I mean, to your banner zone from your graveyard. Now, I could run 3 Survival Instinct, but that is way too much for this deck. I don't need that many. I only need 2. 2 for the reason if one gets destroyed, you still have another one to kind of bet on. Never put both of them on the field at the same time. Keep one in your hand. That's the main thing you gotta remember because you can get messed over real easily if they have any type of trap negation or anything to wipe your spell and trap zone. That's the main thing you gotta remember. Now, where Superconductor Tyranno comes in is on the fact that you can tribute either it or another monster to inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent, but you can't declare an attack that same turn. No problem, that's 1,000 damage, and if your opponent is very low, you can end the duel right away. With Black Tyranno, I usually use Fossil Excavation for him, and the only reason he's there is if they want to set something in defense position and you're worried that might be like a Man-Eater bug or anything like a... I forgot what that card is called. It's something about a boat, but it destroys your monster. You can go ahead and attack them directly for 2,600 damage, and that'll be 2,900 since you have Dinosaur Kingdom on the field. That's really the deck. All the other cards are just fodder. They're just there to be there. That way you can send them to your banner zone. They have no real importance unless you just want to have extra attack on the field, which they do have some decent attack combined with Dinosaur Kingdom. Apart from that, that is the entire deck. You're running no fusions. It's really a 20 card deck, very easy to make. You should have majority of all of these cards if you're at least a week or so into the game, maybe. But these might be the hardest to get. Tyranno Infinity, you can actually get this card from the... over here. Let me exit out, go to home. You can get that from... going to rank. Details and rewards. The tickets. Preferably, I think it is SR, the SR ticket, unless they remove Infinity Tyranno, which you will have to wait till next time to get it. On this rotation, I think they might have switched the card out. I would actually check the other ones just in case, including UR, because I don't think it's a UR though. Yeah, they end up removing it from a rotation. Just wait till next rotation to get it. That's the only way you can really get the card right now, unless you have some magical way of getting it. Apart from that, that is the entire deck. I will go back to the deck. You guys can copy it. It's a really good deck. You clearly saw how much damage I can do. And that is with a bad hand, because that hand was worse compared to the one I could have gotten. And that's the worst one I've gotten so far. But yeah, it's a very fun deck to use. It is very simple to use. It has a lot of power behind it. Not only from a 4-star card, but from Conductor and Black Tyranno. And you're really set if you have just these 4 spells and traps. Apart from that, make sure you're running Magical Merchant. And I will actually go ahead and end the video right there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more. If you're new, hit that subscription button, the notification bell. That way you know if my videos go up. Make sure to leave a comment below if you are a new subscriber with hashtag subscribergang. That way I know to shout you out in my next video. And it has been Chronic, and I am out.